recorded a video. This is the first time I've sat down to record a video in quite a while. I think it's been close to a month, and the last one I recorded I never actually posted yet. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I had a really bad illness flare. I was really exhausted for a while and had some other stuff going on. So I got out of the habit of recording and of posting, and I'd like to get back into it, I think, but it may just end up being that I record a bunch of things and never post them, because so far I haven't. Yeah, don't look behind me, or look if you want. I was in the middle of sorting clean laundry, packing away things, setting aside some things for repairs, packing away stuff that doesn't fit kids, and stuff that has slipped through season-wise. Now we're actually, it's mid-July, and now we're actually in summer here, and can actually pack away sweaters and things. Like, this is the first couple of weeks that I felt like really safe doing that. And of course they'll come back out in like a month and a half. So that's the way of things, though. So yeah, I still haven't quite gotten all of that stuff out of rotation. I'm working on that now. And there was a moment of quiet, so I decided to sit, hang it all, even if there's a mess, and talk anyway. And get back to that in a few minutes. Maybe procrastinating a wee bit. Let's see. I have not knit a stitch in... Okay, I have not knit a stitch of my own in probably 2 months, at least. I am teaching Serafina to knit right now. And I'm teaching Mari how to read a pattern as she's making her first sweater. So I'm occasionally called upon to fix something on one of theirs. And so I have literally knit a stitch or two, but no projects of my own. As I said, I've been really worn out. I've been kind of fighting to try and repair some sheets. Over there. I want to go get them. I'll share those another time. They got some tears in them. I'm finding little kitty nails to be really difficult on our bed linens. So one of the last projects I did do knitting wise, though, or some are crocheted as well, are some dishcloths. We had been working on the kitchen and getting it nice and decluttered and in good shape, which we did finish up doing. Worked on it for like a month. It looked great. It's still better than it was, but it's back to pretty much being a mess, because that's what happens when I get sick. Anyhow, so one of the things I'd kind of like had it in my head that maybe I'd like to make some, as a treat for my nice clean kitchen, make some like a nice set of dishcloths and maybe some towels, mostly dishcloths though. And I had like ideas for a matching set, picking out pretty colors. And then I realized that I had random bits of cotton yarn around and that I really couldn't justify buying the new matching yarn when I had perfectly usable yarn. Blah, blah, blah. I had to use that up first because it was the right thing to do. So I have a pile here of random, I just did random things with them. to use up the yarn that I had. This one's tiny. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Might be better as a face cloth or something. I don't know. Another one. That one's a good size. Look how much smaller this one is. I don't know what I was thinking. The rest are all in kind of the same size, and actually I made a really big one too. It's just plain. This one's crocheted out of some cotton yarn I had there. This is the really big one, also crocheted. Used up two different colors of yarn left over from old projects, and this one used 3 different colors, also crocheted, also just leftovers from old projects. They all are. Anyhow, so I made these, I don't know, 2 months ago, whenever it was. I even sat and worked in the ends, which we all know I do not like to do, and I'm not good about following through with. And then I promptly forgot about them. I think I put them aside to do a video, so I could, mention them before they got into use and got all, cruddy and were never seen or heard from again, or were in the wash, in and out of the wash and stuff like that. And then I never did. And yep, totally forgot about them until I found them the other day. So I will actually get these into use now. Pathetic. That's just the way my brain has been lately. I don't know, up from down, and yeah. So those are my last knitting / crochet projects. I've been trying to concentrate on mending. It feels never ending. There's so much to be done, and always more coming, and I feel like I'm never going to get to a point where I feel like I can move on to something else. That's kind of a bummer. But I'm glad that I'm finally getting some of the mending done. So give and take, I guess. I think one of the main things that I actually came here to talk about so that I could share some other movies and have them make sense is I had this very like Beatrix Potter moment in the garden the other day. I went out, went into the back. Our back kitchen garden is all fenced in. I thought a lot of good it's doing us right now. And so I opened the garden gate, and we have a baby bunny living in the garden. So I open the garden gate, and the bunny is right there and just hops along in front of me. It has no fear. Hops along in front of me up one path and then kind of goes off to the side. So then I go, and I was sitting at one of the beds towards the front of the garden, which is near the arbor, and we have American honeysuckle growing on the arbor, which the hummingbirds just love. They adore it. They're on it all the time. So I'm sitting and reading in that garden, and there are hummingbirds just keep flying back and forth and making their little sounds. Have you ever heard a hummingbird? It's adorable. They squeak. It's really cute. I can't possibly make the sound they make, but they make this teeny little squeak sound. And zooming back and forth and talking to each other over my head while I'm working. And I'm looking down, and I'm reading and reading, and I hear this funny sound, and I look up, and there's a young porcupine coming up the center aisle of the garden towards me, like, I don't know, it was probably maybe 8 or 9 feet from me when I looked up, just wandering down the garden, not a care in the world, as if I was not there. Anyhow, I later took a few videos of the porcupine, and I had some videos before of the bunny. I haven't actually looked at them to see what, if anything, you can see on any of them, but I thought I might include some of that here. Yeah, we've had deer around a lot, which normally they don't come this close to the house. But there is some logging and work being done on our road this year, and I think that's driving them out a bit. Our neighbor lost more than half of her garden to deer last week. They had been nibbling a little bit, and not a big deal. And she woke up one morning to find just over half the garden entirely gone. Full crops down to the ground. And since then, we have had a few deer that have been hanging really nearby and that I keep finding on the outside of the fence, but right up against the fence in the back, like touching it. So it may only be a matter of time. The porcupine is causing all kinds of trouble. And we're having even more trouble with chipmunks. Chipmunks are awful. They have caused endless trouble. They eat all the fruit off of everything. We planted well over 100 squash seeds. They ate them all. They ate every last one of them. Replanted. They ate all of them. I put a few starts in, but it's not the types of squash we wanted, and it's not nearly the amount that we would have been growing otherwise. So we've been fighting all the wee beasties a lot this year. Some big ones too. But you know, things are moving along. They are where they are. And so that's where we're at. And I'm just going to stop here because I just wanted a quick little check-in. Plus I hear thunder starting outside. And I'm not sure how long you'll be able to hear me for. And I also, if things get ugly, may have to run outside and rescue 14 baby chicks from the little enclosure that they are in, as they are not bright enough yet, or I don't know, they haven't learned enough about the world yet to take cover. And if we're going to get a dangerous storm like hail or something like that, I should probably go save them. Anyhow, I hope you're having a great week, and I will add some more videos at the end of this. And hopefully this will actually get out there for you to see. And maybe I'll even get back on track. Never know. Talk to you possibly soon. Bye. And there goes Peter.
The little bunny.
Peter, little bunny.
Nibble grass.
Oh, little Peter. Peter Rabbit. Do keep just nibbling on your grasses and not my garden, please. This is the wee wild rabbit that has taken up residence in our garden. Hello, Peter. He's not nearly frightened enough for his own good. I was just running through the garden. We're about 8 feet away right now, Serafina and I, watching him. Yep.
Wanting to cuddle him.
Wanting to cuddle him. And that's probably wouldn't be a good idea, my love. Oh, I know, he's very cute. I agree. He's very cute. Try and figure out how you're getting in and out, huh? You're what's been eating my beans, aren't ya?
I'm not a
Stay back. Stay back.
Not a bad porcupine.
Is there a hole in the fence over here?
I can send them by my friend.
Yeah, they can have little parties with all of our garden goods.
Oh, I think the porcupines are so cute. I think I've seen one before. I've never seen a porcupine before.
No, that's a porcupine. Oh my!
Too much land!
Oh, that was some wind.
Yeah. One of the chickens
Yeah, it has almost.
Oh my!
It's blown the chair down.
Our peaches are gonna blow right off.
Right on the wind. That was nuts like that.
Yeah, but it didn't bend the trees down the way the last one did. Goodness gracious.
That was a lot of wind.
A lot of wind.
Too much.
A lot of wind.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
The wind bye bye over the top. Bye bye wind, you are going so fast. To my taste, there's a tree that circles everywhere.
You just heard another tree go down.
Inside. Now you know the little girl who knows me like a tree.
There's gonna be a lot of...
When the circles in the day, when the circles of the wind, you have to be there. When the sun rises out, you have to be there. When the kitty in my house, you have to be
Huh, I just heard
there.
another tree go down.
When the trees fall down, you have to be there to make all. You have to be there to my heart. You have to be there to the Lord. You have to be there. You have to be there. You have to be there. When my first tree falls down.